Welcome to the Explainer. Today we're looking at a mountain range that's actually older than the Himalayas. And believe it or not, a recent decision could put its very existence at risk. We're talking about the Aravalli Hills, and we're going to explore how just one tiny change to a definition could seriously threaten the climate, the air, and even the water for millions of people all across northern India.
So let's start with a question that really gets to the heart of all this. Just imagine a natural shield, something that has protected an entire region for, millennia. Now, what if someone suddenly came along and just declared that most of it no longer counts? What do you think would happen then?
Well, according to an internal assessment by the Forest Survey of India, that's exactly what we're looking at. 90%. That's the percentage of the Aravalli Range now left vulnerable to mining and development. Just let that sink in. 90%? That staggering figure is exactly why we're talking about this today.
Okay, so let's dive into this. How did we even get here? How does 90% of an entire mountain range just lose its protective status overnight? Well, it all comes down to a new definition, one that basically redraws the map of what is and what is not considered an Aravalli hill.
So here's the critical change. You see, before, the definition was a lot broader, but now, when it comes to mining regulations, only hills that rise at least 100 meters from the ground right around them, that's what's called local relief, are officially recognized as part of the Aravallis. This change, which sounds so simple on the surface, was proposed by India's central government, and it's what critics are afraid could be the final hammer blow to a range that's already in rough shape.
And just take a look at this timeline. The contrast is absolutely staggering, isn't it? On one hand, you have this incredible geological feature, formed over 1 billion years ago, a silent witness to pretty much our planet's entire history. And on the other hand, a decision made in a single moment that threatens its whole future. It's a powerful reminder of just how fragile something so ancient can actually be.
So why does all this matter so much? Why should millions of people care about the fate of these hills? Well, it's because this isn't just about rocks and ridges. We're talking about a living, breathing system that provides services we absolutely depend on. Let's dig into how this range acts as a silent protector for a huge part of India.
If you think of the famous Western Ghats as India's water tower, then you've got to think of the Aravallis as its great green shield. And that's not just some poetic description either. It's a functional reality. It protects the entire region in 3 really critical ways.
And let me tell you, these 3 services are absolutely irreplaceable. First off, it's a physical barrier. It literally stops the Great Thar Desert from sweeping eastward. It acts as the green lungs for the entire national capital region, protecting the air quality for tens of millions of people. Second, its fractured rocks act like a giant sponge. They just soak up the monsoon rains and recharge the groundwater that entire cities depend on. And third, it's a vital corridor for wildlife, a refuge for countless species in its 22 sanctuaries.
And as ecologist Vijay Dasmana points out, this isn't some abstract, far-off environmental issue. Nope. The water that flows from the taps in huge, rapidly growing cities like Gurugram, it's directly connected to the health of these hills. So every new mine, every new construction project becomes a direct threat to the water supply for millions of people. It's that simple.
And the thing is, this shield is already compromised. It's not a solid wall anymore, not by a long shot. Studies have shown that years and years of deforestation and quarrying have punched at least 12 major gaps in the range. And each one of those gaps is like a new highway for desert winds and sand, weakening the entire region's defenses.
So what you have here is this classic and really intense conflict between conservation and development. These pressures, they aren't exactly new, but boy, are they intensifying. It's created this multi-front assault on what's left of this ancient ecosystem. The threats are just numerous and relentless, chipping away at the ecosystem from every single angle. And it's not just one thing. You've got mining, both legal and illegal. You have the constant expansion of cities and industries. Then there's deforestation for agriculture and real estate. All of this stuff just shrinks the vital wildlife habitats and completely disrupts the delicate ecological balance. And this is really the central dilemma, isn't it? On one side, you've got these priceless ecological services. We're talking clean air, fresh water, biodiversity. But on the other side, the hills are sitting on a treasure trove of minerals. And we're not just talking about copper and zinc here. We're talking about critical minerals like lithium and rare earth elements, the very materials that are powering our modern tech and the whole green energy transition.
So, what happens now? Well, this story is far from over, and the future of the Aravallis really does hang in the balance. That new definition, it's opened the door to a lot of change, but some recent legal actions have added yet another layer of complexity to the whole situation. Okay, so in a recent move, the Supreme Court has stepped in. They've placed a temporary hold, a moratorium on any new mining leases, at least until a full plan for sustainable mining is finalized. Now, this is a crucial pause. It provides a little breathing room, a window of opportunity. But, and this is a big but, it is not a complete or permanent ban.
And here is the crucial caveat, the catch. Even with this temporary halt, the court made an exception for those strategically important critical minerals we were just talking about. What does that mean? It means mining for things like lithium and rare earths could still be permitted. And that creates a pretty significant loophole in all of this protection.
And all of this leaves us with one final, really provocative question. It just highlights the incredibly difficult choices ahead. You're weighing short-term economic needs and strategic resources against the long-term ecological survival of a system that has protected the subcontinent for over 1 billion years. The future of this ancient shield, it's being written right now.